Welcome to Triumph IAS. It's a daily mains practice question and answer series. This program is exclusively designed for UPSC CSE aspirants. In this video discussion, we will discuss UPSC CSE mains previous 25-year questions. Question number 1. Krishnadeva Raya, the king of Vijayanagar, was not only an accomplished scholar himself but was also a great patron of learning and literature. Discuss. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. The reign of Sri Krishnadeva Raya stands out as the high point in the history of the Vijayanagar Empire. He proved himself not only as a talented general and diplomat but also as an architect and city planner. He constructed the magnificent city of Vijayanagar. He reserved much of the wealth for the promotion of scholarship. He ushered in the golden era of Telugu literature, writing Amukmalyada, a narrative poem describing the sorrow suffered by Godadevi when absent from her husband Vishnu. The main body of the answer should be number 1. Krishnadeva Raya commanded fluency in many languages, and poets of Telugu, Sanskrit, Kannada and Tamil enjoyed his patronage. Number 2. Krishnadeva Raya patronized Kannada poets Malnarya who wrote Vesaivamrita, Bhavachintaratna and Satyendra Cholkathe. Number 3. Chatu Vittalnatha who wrote Bhagwatha and Timmanna Kavi who wrote his eulogy Krishnarai Bharatha were also patronized by Sri Krishnadeva Raya. Number 4. Vyastirtha, the great saint from Mysore belonging to the Madhva order of Udupi had been the Rajguru of Krishnadeva Raya and wrote many songs in praise of his devoted king. Number 5. He also patronized Tamil poet Haridasa. Number 6. Krishnadeva Raya himself was an accomplished scholar who wrote Madalsa Charita, Satyavadu Parinaya, and Rasmanjari and Jambavati Kalyana. Conclusion of the answer is: thus, besides an outstanding ruler, Krishnadeva Raya is considered as a great scholar who immensely contributed to the culture, art and literature of his time. Question number 2. What was held in the Coelho case? In this context, can you say that judicial review is of key importance amongst the basic features of the Constitution? Let's start with the introduction of the answer. Aya Coelho vs. State of Tamil Nadu, 2007 is a landmark case in the Indian judicial history. It is also known as the 9th Schedule case. In the landmark Coelho case, a 9-member bench of Supreme Court held that all amendments made to the Constitution on or after 1973, including the amendment of 9th Schedule, shall have to be tested on the principles of the basic structure doctrine of the Constitution. The main body of the answer should be number 1. Article 31 be inserted by the First Amendment to the Constitution in 1951 says that none of the acts and regulations specified in the 9th Schedule shall be void on the grounds of inconsistency with the fundamental rights guaranteed under the Constitution. Number 2. In the Coelho case, the court upheld the authority of the judiciary to review any law which destroy or damage the basic structure as indicated in fundamental rights, even if they have been put in 9th Schedule. Number 3. Also, the court held that the objective behind Article 3 LB is to remove difficulties and not to wipe out judicial review. Thus, placing the 9th Schedule of the Constitution under the ambit of judicial review, the court placed basic structure of the Constitution above the immunization of law. Number 4. Judicial review is of key importance amongst the basic features of the Constitution because of many factors. Number 5. It is an effective means to protect the fundamental rights of individuals from legislative oversight. Without judicial review, basic structure would be rendered powerless and open to violation by arbitrary or draconian laws. Number 6. Judicial review is an effective tool for safeguarding the Constitution, which becomes extremely necessary keeping in mind the bad experiences of emergency. Conclusion of the answer is: therefore, judicial review is a crucial aspect and cornerstone to our constitutional setup. However, necessary care should be taken to ensure that judicial review doesn't lead to judicial overreach, which is harmful for a democratic setup like India. Question number 3. Food Security Bill is expected to eliminate hunger and malnutrition in India. Critically discuss various apprehensions in its effective implementation along with the concerns it has generated in WTO. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. Food security is a situation when everyone in the economy gets affordable grain. The main body of the answer should be, it is about attaining 3 targets: physical access of food grains, economic access of food grains, social access of food grain. Number 1. To attain these targets, government has introduced Food Security Bill 2013. Through remunerative price to farmer, government ensures physical access, and through affordable price to consumer, government ensures economic access to food grain. Number 2. Under the Food Security Bill, the welfare-based approach is shifted to right-based approach, and targeted PDS is retained but with differentiation between priority households and Antyodaya households. Number 3. Under targeted system, FCI has to store more grains, which increases the storage cost and causes increased food subsidy. Number 4. Under targeted system, FCI has to store more grains, which increases the storage cost and causes increased food subsidy. Number 5. Hence, due to very low subsidy, India would face problem in WTO. As according to WTO mandate, member countries' food subsidy bill should not breach 10% limit value of production. Number 6. This new bill will solve many problems by making eligibility based on social economic caste census, SECC. Number 7. But it fails to solve the major problems such as PDS leakages, i.e., black marketing, abated by corruption. The bill proposes to deal with this with a stroke of the pen instead. It will provide lucrative new opportunities for corruption. Conclusion of the answer is, as stated by M.S. Swaminathan, the new Food Security Bill is the step toward addressing India's hunger and malnutrition. But there is still a lot to do to eliminate hunger and malnutrition. Since the bill addresses only calorie intake, it does not address many other aspects of nutrition such as nutrients, vitamins, protein intake, etc.